Hey everyone. You guys gave us a really fun challenge this time.
Yeah.
Hanoi versus Tokyo.
Right.
Which one's the ultimate travel destination?
Yeah. Of course.
Well, luckily we've got this really cool article. It's called Hanoi versus Tokyo, the ultimate travel showdown. And it's really helping us out here.
Mm.
But,
Yeah.
we're not just gonna pick a winner.
No.
This is more about figuring out which city is right for you.
Exactly. Yeah. Figuring out your travel style
Your interests.
and using that to see which one fits.
Yeah, and just to give you a taste, guys.
Yeah.
This article is amazing.
Huh.
It talks about Hanoi's steaming bowls of pho on the side of the road.
Right.
And Tokyo's just melt in your mouth. Otoro.
I mean, food's a big part of travel, right?
Oh, absolutely.
For a lot of people.
So
Yeah.
get ready to be hungry.
You're going to want to book a ticket by the end of this.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So what's the article saying about the food? How do they compare?
Well, when it comes to food, Hanoi is all about that authentic experience,
Right. Hanoi is the real deal.
Yeah, like those banh mi sandwiches.
Oh, man. Those are so good.
Just,
I had one that was just bursting with flavor.
oh, yeah.
And you know what else they have there? Egg coffee.
Egg coffee.
Have you heard of that?
No.
It's this Vietnamese thing.
Wow.
And it's surprisingly delicious.
Okay, I am adding that to the list.
You got to try it. Yeah.
So Hanoi's all about tradition,
Mhm.
those perfect, simple flavors.
Yeah.
And then there's Tokyo.
Which is kind of the opposite.
Yeah, which is culinary innovation and
Yeah.
just variety.
Everything you can imagine.
Yeah, the article mentions everything from classic sushi to ramen.
Oh, yeah. All those little ramen shops hidden in the back alleys
I love those.
with the red lanterns.
Oh, yeah.
Have you been to any of those?
I have. Yeah,
It's just an experience.
yeah, it's amazing.
You got to find them, though.
Oh, yeah. You got to know where to look.
But then there's also that kind of quirky side of Tokyo food.
Oh, yeah.
The maid cafes.
Maid cafes.
Yeah.
Cat cafes.
Robot cafes.
Wait, what?
It's
Well-
so weird.
I know, but it's I kind of want to go.
I kind of want to see it too, yeah.
Just to see what it's about.
I mean, the article makes it sound like
Yeah.
they've really taken that whole dinner and a show thing
To a whole other level.
to a whole other level.
I know.
It's Tokyo's so extra,
Yeah.
but in a good way.
But in a good way. Yeah, for sure.
So, okay, so Tokyo's got that variety.
Yeah.
But the article was saying that Hanoi has this really special authenticity
Right.
that you can't really find anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't replicate it.
Their food's just so connected to their history and their traditions.
Yeah.
It feels real.
You're going back in time
Uh-huh.
and experiencing something
Yeah.
truly genuine.
And I feel that's a good segue into the culture
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
because the article highlights a pretty big difference between the two cities,
Mm-hmm.
the landscapes.
Yeah.
Hanoi has that French Vietnamese architecture in the old quarter,
Yeah.
and Tokyo's samurai history,
I know.
anime, and high tech.
Yeah.
It's a trip.
It's a lot.
It's a lot to take in.
It's they're on totally different journeys.
Yeah, different paths.
Yeah. Hanoi's all about its history.
Mm.
And Tokyo is tradition,
Uh-huh.
but modernizing so quickly.
Yeah, always pushing forward.
That's really interesting, actually. It's
Yeah.
it's not just about the buildings themselves. It's
Right.
what they represent,
About the city.
about the city's identity.
Yeah, what does Tokyo's architecture tell us about its future?
Exactly.
Good question.
So if Hanoi's architecture is a window to the past,
Mm-hmm.
what does Tokyo say about
Right.
the present and the future?
Well, the article mentions landmarks like the Meiji Shrine,
Right.
which is all about respecting tradition.
Yeah.
But then you have things like the Sky Tree,
Yeah.
which is pushing the boundaries of design.
And engineering.
Yeah, they're always looking forward,
Yeah.
but still respecting their roots.
It's they found that balance,
Yeah, somehow.
which is so hard to do.
I know.
It's amazing.
And it's not just architecture either.
Oh, yeah.
The article was saying that this duality is everywhere in Tokyo.
Oh, wow.
You can have an ancient tea ceremony.
Yeah.
And then right down the street,
Yeah.
you've got this bustling arcade.
Wow.
It's crazy.
It's a city of contrasts.
Yeah, it thrives on it.
Yeah, that actually makes me think about the pace of life in each city.
Right.
We've all seen those pictures of Hanoi streets
Oh, yeah.
packed with motorbikes.
The motorbikes are crazy,
I know. And then Tokyo is known for that super efficient subway.
but so crowded.
But so crowded.
I can't imagine.
I know. I wonder if that affects the vibe.
Of the city.
I think it does.
The article actually uses this phrase to describe Hanoi's traffic.
What's that?
They call it a harmony of chaos.
Harmony of chaos.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a good way to put it.
it sounds kind of overwhelming,
Oh, for sure.
but also exhilarating.
It's a sensory overload.
Yeah.
But I think because life is a little slower in Hanoi,
Mm-hmm.
you have more time to really take it all in. You can
Yeah.
like observe the details
Yeah.
and the daily life.
Yeah.
Whereas Tokyo is go, go, go.
Yeah, like super efficiency?
Get out of my way.
Yeah.
I'm on a mission.
I know their public transportation is like legendary.
It's amazing.
It's so efficient.
But even with all that efficiency,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean it's cold
Yeah.
or impersonal.
Right?
The article was saying that even with the hustle and bustle,
Mm-hmm.
there's still a sense of community
Oh, wow.
and shared purpose.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So even though the pace is so different,
Mm-hmm.
they both have that feeling of belonging.
That's so cool.
Yeah. It's cool how they both have that.
Okay, so we've talked food, culture,
The vibe.
the vibe.
What about things to do?
Oh, yeah.
Like activities?
Birth City's got to have tons of stuff to do.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And the article highlights some interesting contrasts there, too.
Okay.
Hanoi seems to be more about, like, local culture.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like digging deeper into that.
Oh, like what kind of stuff?
Like taking a cyclo ride through the old quarter.
Oh, cool.
Seeing a traditional water puppet show.
Those sound amazing.
Yeah, it's all about, like, Hanoi's history and way of life.
Yeah, you're not just like,
You're not just watching.
we're observing.
We're participating,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah, whereas Tokyo seems to be like a wider variety,
Right.
catering to different interests.
Like they have something for everybody.
Like what kind of stuff?
Like ancient temples,
Cool.
serene gardens,
Mhm.
futuristic districts,
Oh, wow.
themed attractions,
Like Disneyland,
Disneyland.
Bibli Museum.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's incredible.
So if Hanoi's about, like, really immersing yourself,
Yeah,
Tokyo's about choosing your own adventure.
that's a great way to put it.
So I think that brings us back to the original question.
Mhm.
What kind of traveler are you?
That's such a good question.
Yeah, and what are you hoping to get out of this trip?
Because the answer to that will probably lead you to your perfect city.
Exactly.
But wow, we covered a lot.
We did.
Why don't we take a break
Okay.
and come back for part 2?
Sounds good. Welcome back to Hanoi versus Tokyo.
All right, so we're diving back into it.
We're ready for more.
More insights,
More comparison.
more delicious food.
Yes, more food.
Far everything.
All right, so let's get back to Hanoi.
Okay.
We talked about the old quarter a little bit.
Yeah.
But it seems like a place that deserves a much deeper look.
Oh, definitely.
What do you think?
It's like this living museum, you know,
Yeah.
where history is just like woven into everything.
Right.
You've got those narrow streets.
Yeah. All those little shops
Mm-hmm.
and the temples
Right.
and then like the French colonial architecture
Yeah.
next to traditional Vietnamese homes.
It's like a blend.
It's a blend. Yeah. And it's all bustling with activity.
Oh, I bet.
So much energy.
It sounds chaotic,
It is.
but in a good way.
But in a good way.
Like a good kind of chaos.
Yes, exactly.
Controlled chaos.
But then amidst all that energy,
Yeah.
you find these pockets of serenity.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Hoan Kiem Lake.
Okay.
It's like an oasis.
Wow.
You can stroll around the lake,
Mm-hmm.
enjoy the shade of the banyan trees.
Sounds peaceful.
It is. Yeah, it's really peaceful.
What's the Turtle Tower?
Oh, yeah, the Turtle Tower.
What is that?
It's like this little tower in the middle of the lake.
Oh, wow.
A landmark.
So it's like the perfect escape from the city.
Exactly. Yeah, if you need break from the buzz.
You know, I read that Hon Kim Lake has all these legends.
Oh, yeah, tons of legends.
Why are some of them?
There's one about a magical sword and a giant turtle.
A giant turtle.
I know, it's pretty wild.
Okay, tell me more.
Okay, so legend has it that Emperor Loloi
Okay.
was given this magical sword
Mm-hmm.
by the golden turtle god.
The golden turtle god.
I know.
That's amazing.
And he used the sword to, like, drive out invaders.
Wow.
And then after the war,
Yeah.
he returned the sword to the turtle god in the lake.
Wow, what a story.
It's a good one, right?
That's amazing.
It really captures the spirit of Hanoi.
Yeah.
All about history
Legends.
and resilience.
Yeah,
It's cool how those legends add another layer to the travel experience.
they do. I mean, it's like those stories bring the past to life.
Totally.
And speaking of history, we can't forget about the Temple of Literature.
Oh, the Temple of Literature. Yeah, that's a must-see.
Okay, what's so special about it?
Well, it was built in the 11th century
Wow.
and dedicated to Confucius.
Okay.
And then it became Vietnam's first national university.
Wow. So it's like a historical and educational site.
Yeah, it's both.
That's cool.
And it's beautifully preserved.
Oh,
You've
wow.
got courtyards,
Mm,
gardens,
uh,
pavilions.
that sounds amazing.
Yeah, you can really feel the history there.
I bet.
And what's really cool is that it's not just a museum.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you'll see students and scholars there.
Really?
Yeah, they go to pay respects to their ancestors
Oh,
and to seek inspiration.
that's so
It's
cool.
a testament to knowledge and tradition.
So we've got history,
Hmm.
legends,
Uh-huh.
a vibrant cultural scene.
And the food.
Oh, yeah, the food.
Don't forget about the food.
I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
Me too.
All right, but all this talk about Hanoi makes me wonder about the practicalities.
Right, like what's it actually like to visit?
Exactly. What are the pros and cons travelers should consider?
Okay, well, affordability is a huge plus.
Okay.
Hanoi's super budget friendly.
Especially compared to Tokyo.
Oh yeah, big time.
So that's great for budget-conscious travelers.
Def.
What else is great about Hanoi?
Well, you can really immerse yourself in the culture.
Yeah.
It's not as touristy as some other places in Southeast Asia.
Right.
So you can wander down back alleys.
Oh, I love doing that.
Yeah, it's fun.
Chat with locals.
Yeah, and discover hidden gems.
That's what makes it so special.
Exactly.
But what about the downsides?
Okay, yeah, there are a few.
The article mentioned traffic.
Yeah, the traffic can be a bit much.
Oh, I bet.
Motorbikes,
Yeah.
bicycles, all vying for space.
I can't even imagine.
It's definitely an experience.
It's like an obstacle course.
It kind of is. Yeah, you got to be alert.
Stay aware.
Yeah, keep your wits about you.
Good advice.
But honestly, it's part of Hanoi's charm.
It's part of the experience.
Exactly.
Anything else travelers should know?
The language barrier can be tricky sometimes.
Oh, right.
English is becoming more common,
Mm-hmm.
but it's always helpful to learn some basic Vietnamese phrases.
Yeah,
It shows respect,
right.
and it makes things easier.
A little effort goes a long way.
Exactly.
All right, so we've covered a lot about Hanoi.
We have.
What about Tokyo?
Okay, let's talk about Tokyo.
What are the must-sees there?
Well, you can't talk about Tokyo without mentioning the skyline.
That's iconic.
It's amazing.
Those skyscrapers.
The city is just a marvel of modern architecture.
So where are the best spots to see it?
Well, there's the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building.
Okay.
It has an observation deck,
Rice.
and it's free.
Free in
You
Tokyo.
know, right? You got to take advantage of that.
That's going on the list.
Definitely.
The Tokyo's got to have more than just skyscrapers.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What about history and culture?
Well, Tokyo's a city of layers,
Yeah.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
ancient traditions next to modern innovations.
Okay, cool.
You've got the Meiji Shrine.
Okay, tell me about that.
It's dedicated to Emperor Meiji and Empress Shokin.
Go.
It's beautiful and really significant historically.
Cool.
It's like an oasis of calm in the middle of the city.
That's what I need.
You've got a sprawling forest,
Wow.
tranquil gardens,
Nice.
traditional tea houses.
Okay, I'm sold.
It's beautiful.
So I can escape the craziness for a little bit
Exactly.
and recharge.
Yeah.
What about something a little more lively?
Okay, if you want lively, you got to go to Sensuji Temple.
Sensuji Temple.
Yeah, it's in Asakusa.
Okay.
It's Tokyo's oldest temple.
Wow, how old are we talking?
It dates back to the 7th century.
The 7th century.
I know.
That's ancient.
It's amazing, and it's a total hub of activity.
What kind of stuff is going on there?
Well, you've got bustling market streets
Okay.
leading up to the temple,
Mhm.
all kinds of crafts, souvenirs,
Of course.
and tons of street food.
Oh, I love street
And
fairs.
so it's like a totally different vibe than the Meiji Shrine.
Yeah, it's like peaceful contemplation versus high energy.
Exactly.
Tokyo really does have it all.
It does.
That's incredible.
And we haven't even talked about the futuristic districts,
Oh, yeah.
the museums,
I know.
the nightlife.
We need like a whole other deep dive
I might need a whole series.
just for Tokyo.
Seriously.
But okay, let's talk about the practicalities of visiting Tokyo.
Right, like what do travelers need to know?
What are the pros and cons?
Okay, well, the cost of living is definitely a con.
I figured that.
Tokyo's expensive.
Yeah, one of the most expensive cities in the world.
For real.
Accommodation,
Haha.
transportation,
Yeah.
food.
Everything adds up.
So you got to budget carefully. Do
Yeah.
your research.
Be smart about it.
But despite the cost,
Mhm.
Tokyo's got to have some perks.
Oh, yeah, tons of perks.
Okay, what are they?
It's incredibly safe.
Okay, good to know.
It's clean.
Mm-hmm.
And the public transportation is amazing.
I've heard it's like super efficient.
It is.
Like those trains are like from the future.
They're insane.
So you can get around the city pretty easily.
Yeah, even if you don't speak Japanese.
That's good to know.
But speaking of Japanese,
Yeah.
what about the language barrier?
Is it tough if you don't speak Japanese?
Well, there's more English signage now, especially in touristy areas.
Oh.
But It's always good to learn a few basic phrases.
It shows respect.
Yeah.
Plus, it makes things smoother.
So much easier.
Yeah. So like in Hanoi, a little effort goes a long way.
It really does.
It's all about being a curious and respectful traveler.
Exactly. And when it comes to Tokyo, curiosity is key.
Because there's so much to discover.
It's a treasure trove of unique experiences.
We've explored so many already.
I know.
And I'm ready to book a flight.
Me too.
But maybe we should take another break.
Okay.
And come back for the final part of our Hanoi versus Tokyo deep dive.
Sounds good. All right, we are back.
Back for round 3.
The final round of Hanoi versus Tokyo.
The ultimate showdown.
We've covered so much ground.
So much.
But just like these cities, there's always more to discover.
Always something new.
So we're going to uncover some hidden gems. Share some stories that'll make you want to book a flight. ASAP. Get those tickets.
You know what's been really fascinating is how these two cities are both incredible,
Definitely.
but they offer such different experiences.
They're totally different vibes.
It really comes down to what kind of journey are you looking for?
What are you searching for?
Exactly. And I want to dig a little deeper into those unique personalities.
Okay.
Like we talked about all those must-see spots in Hanoi, but what about those unexpected discoveries?
Right.
The things that really surprised you?
You know what surprised me was the art scene.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's so vibrant.
Cool.
And it's not just like the traditional arts and crafts.
Yeah.
There's like this whole contemporary art movement happening.
Wow.
I remember finding this tiny gallery tucked away in a side street.
Cool.
It was full of these like thought-provoking pieces by local artists.
Oh, wow.
It felt like this secret world.
Like a hidden gem.
Hidden beneath the surface.
That's like Hanoi has all these layers.
Just waiting to be peeled back.
Yeah, you got to dig a little deeper.
And those hidden gems aren't just limited to the art.
Oh, no.
What else did you find?
I had this amazing meal.
Like
one of the most memorable meals ever.
Okay. Tell me more.
It was at this tiny hole-in-the-wall place.
Yeah.
They serve buncha.
Buncha. Have you ever had that? I haven't, but now I'm curious.
Oh, you got to try it.
What is it?
So it's like these grilled pork patties.
Okay.
In this like sweet and sour broth.
Interesting.
You get rice noodles and fresh herbs.
Sounds delicious.
It's so good.
Simple, but delicious.
And this place was run by the same family.
Oh, wow.
For generations.
Wow.
You could just feel the passion in their food.
You can taste the love.
Right.
It's those moments,
Yeah.
The unexpected culinary adventures.
You stick with you.
That's what makes travel so special.
Exactly.
And Hanoi just seems full of those moments.
It really is.
Okay, so Hanoi's got the hidden gems, culinary delights.
What about Tokyo?
Okay, Tokyo.
Any unexpected discoveries in that mega city?
For all the futuristic vibes and the energy.
Bustle and bustle.
Tokyo also has this, like, surprising serenity.
Really?
Yeah. I visited the Shinjuku Gyoen National Garden.
Okay.
And it was like a different world.
Wow.
Like this oasis of calm.
Right in the heart of the city.
Right in the middle of everything.
That's incredible.
Meticulously manicured gardens.
Sounds beautiful.
Tranquil ponds.
I'm picturing it.
Traditional tea houses.
Oh, wow. I would love to go there.
It's so peaceful.
I never would have pictured that in Tokyo.
It's there. You just got to find it.
It's like Tokyo's holding these contradictions. These opposing forces in balance.
Yeah, the energy and the calm.
You can go from Shibuya crossing
to
a peaceful tea ceremony.
Just like that.
It's mind-blowing.
It's Tokyo.
And speaking of unexpected, I've heard Tokyo is known for unique experiences.
Quirky.
Sometimes quirky.
Definitely quirky.
Did you encounter anything like that?
Oh, yeah. I'll never forget the robot restaurant.
The robot restaurant?
In Shinjuku.
What is that?
It's like lights.
Oh,
music dancers.
Okay.
Robots. Pure spectacle.
What?
It's hard to explain.
I'm trying to picture it.
You got to see it.
It sounds crazy.
It is.
So Tokyo embraces the weird.
And the wonderful.
All right, so we've uncovered hidden gems.
Yeah.
Shared some stories. Hopefully given our listeners a sense of what makes these cities so unique.
They're both amazing.
But I gotta ask, if you had to choose just one,
oh, man.
which would it be?
That's tough.
And why?
It's like choosing between two desserts.
I know, it's hard.
But I think I'd go with Hanoi.
Really? Why Hanoi?
I think it's that sense of discovery.
Hanoi feels like a city that's still unfolding.
Yeah, revealing its secrets.
To those who want to explore,
You got to be curious.
it's about immersing yourself.
Yeah.
Connecting with the locals.
Yeah.
Experiencing something authentic.
Exactly.
It's about the journey.
It's not just checking off a list.
Exactly. And while Tokyo is amazing,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
it can feel a little more
A
curated.
little more polished.
But Hanoi has that raw energy.
That unfiltered energy.
That's a great way to put it.
And that's what I love.
And that's the beauty of travel.
What is it?
There's no right or wrong answer.
Exactly.
It's all personal preference.
What speaks to you?
What appeals to one person might not appeal to another.
Right, and that's totally fine.
It's about being open,
Mm-hmm.
embracing the unexpected.
And being surprised.
So we've explored the contrasts,
The similarities.
the hidden gems.
The must-sees.
Hopefully inspired you to add these cities to your list.
Get out there.
Now it's time to decide
What'll it be?
Hanoi or Tokyo.
Which city calls to you?
Imagine yourself
Wandering those streets?
savoring a bowl of pho,
Discovering a hidden gallery?
or picture yourself
Under the neon lights of Tokyo?
marveling at the skyline.
Getting lost in a museum?
The choice is yours.
Choose wisely.
And no matter which city you choose, we
Yeah?
guarantee you'll have an unforgettable adventure.
You can't go wrong.
So get out there.
Explore.
Embrace the magic of travel.
Travel more.
Until next time, fellow adventurers.
Safe travels.